All right, this is the quick review slash overview of the Taipan Veteran 25. This is the long version. This one, it's right here, is outfitted with SWFA, 10 by 42 scope, a cheap bipod. Of course, it's got the Donnie Ronin on the end of it. And so far, I've had pretty good performance out of this gun. I added the mount for the bipod just because I do a lot of bench shooting. I felt like it's something that I needed. And this gun, if you're going to do a lot of shooting, obviously you're looking for stability. And I felt like I wanted a lot of stability. So this is the newer version of the Veteran, made in the Czech Republic. Obviously this has the external Donnie FL hammer spring adjuster. This has the SWFA salt mount as well. We got a bubble level right there. Trigger on this gun is really good. I'm gonna say borderline amazing. I really haven't had any issues with this gun. It's very consistent. I've shot slugs, pellets. Right now I'm shooting the JSB Mark II pellets. 34 grains at around 900 to 900, well actually 897 to about 909, 910 feet per second. So that's pretty consistent. The way it's set up now, I'm getting 3 to 4 magazines out of it. I think it's a 10-shot magazine, so total I'm getting there maybe anywhere from 30 to, I'm saying more like 35 reasonable shots before I stop, because I never go over the regulator. I never bring it down. Regular is set around, I'm guessing, I haven't checked it, around 135. I notice a drop off when I shoot past there, so I try not to drop any further down there than I have to. This gun's very consistent. I'm impressed with the stock on the new version. You have the checkering there on the jimping on the grip. I do like the added engraving that they got there. Don't believe this one has the CZ barrel. I think it's a Lothar Walther barrel. I had an older one, it did have a CZ barrel. This one does not, but it shoots very well. It's been very consistent. The scope pairs well with it. And like I said, I haven't had really any issues at all. This gun, as far as I can tell, is a keeper. Like I said, I've been shooting really good groups out to 80 yards. As far as I've shot it, and it seems to do really good. The Donnie FL Ronin that I have on the end of it makes it extremely backyard friendly. I have not had any issues with neighbors complaining. I will tell you, you take that off and it's a lot louder. So if you're going to get one, you might want to consider getting an adapter to go on the end of it, and you might want to consider getting the some kind of a moderator to go on there just to quiet it down. I will tell you, adding the moderator did slow it down a little bit. It was shooting a little bit hotter. Put the moderator, it slowed it down just a little bit. I think that's something that's naturally going to occur because you're muffling the sound, you're slowing that pellet down a little bit. But I had some good success with this, shooting slugs and pellets. And I will say, as far as I can tell, I haven't had any really complaints about this gun. Shoots fabulous. I like it better than the regular Taipan Veteran I had. I've seen success with the Nielsen 34 grain slugs, the Varmint Knocker, large hollow points to 32.8 grains. Shoot good as well, out to about 80 yards. Haven't shot them any further. I imagine they'll probably shoot very well. So that's it for right now. I'll add some pictures. I'll do some grouping, and we'll go from there. One of the biggest reasons I added this Donnie FL hammer spring adjuster is because I don't like the way the original one comes from the factory. You got to loosen an Allen here, and then you have to adjust here. This makes it a lot easier. You can just loosen this here by hand, and then that locks this, and then you can adjust your hammer. Obviously, into the right is going to give you more hammer spring. It is going to make it a little harder to cock the more hammer spring you give it. Less hammer spring is going to give you less power, but also if you're shooting a lighter pellet, it makes a lot of sense. You know, obviously if you're shooting pellets, anything over, I'm gonna say 9. I've shot them well at 950, but anything over that, pellets will really destabilize, and depending on the pellet, it may destabilize a lot sooner at speeds over 900. So, you know, depending on how your gun's tuned and where the regulator is set. Like I said, this one is not quite maxed out, because I don't like the feeling of it being maxed out, but where it is now, it's turned up pretty good. I really don't want to go any higher on the hammer spring, because you know, it's very hard to cock if you do that, and I can get more feet per second out of it. I really haven't touched the regulator. I probably won't touch it until I have a problem, but that's just a quick adjustment. You know, if you're buying one of these and you're not really one to tear it apart, get into it and adjust it. Right there is an easy way you can adjust. You're just going to adjust that hammer spring, like I said, to the right, which is clockwise. It's going to give you a little more spring. It's going to make that pellet shoot faster. So if you're shooting 25 grain pellets, you're probably going to want less hammer spring if you're shooting the 34s. And this gun, I've shot both the regular 34 grain heavies and then the Mark IIs. Well, I will tell you that the Mark II pellets will shoot a little bit faster than the regular heavies, just because of the way they're redesigned. They seem to have a little more success in a lot of their guns, but this gun will shoot both. Just keep in mind, it'll probably shoot the regular 34 grain JSBs a little bit slower, maybe 20 feet per second, 20 to 15. But overall, that is a good add-on if you're getting one of these. That is really going to make the performance easy for you to tune without having to really get into the machine too much. All right, here's a real quick trick you can do when you're filling your pellets up on this gun. I actually learned this from watching Brian at Ed Gun West's. I saw one of his videos. It's very simple. You just take your pellets and you kind of cup them in your hand like so. And then you just grab a handful of them, you drop them in there, just like that. And you just give them a little shake. And it'll all start to fall back into place like so. And then that, boom, you're done. Once that happens, what I like to do is take them, and I'll just give them a little tap, just to kind of see them down in there. And that's just like a little fast way to load these pellets. It works on the Ed gun as well. That's actually where I learned it. I just want to take a quick second to talk about these right here. These are Rat Sniper slugs, the 36.4 grain Wicked hollow points. I had these slugs for over a year, and I ordered them, and one of the reasons I've had them so long is it took me 3-4 months to get them. The service is really slow. I was really disappointed because I'm used to getting them 2 to 3 days from some of the other guys. So I bought them and I put them away. And when I was testing this veteran long, I was really trying to find the most accurate slug I could. And, you know, I found some that were really close. Nothing that really was what I consider really super good. Especially with me, I'm not the best shot in the world. You've seen it in my videos. But these right here performed, you know, better than I would have thought. I shot it out to about 60 yards, and I got groups that are under an inch. I shot it at 80 yards, same thing, about, you know, a little under 3/4 of an inch. And I got to say, I'm really impressed with these slugs. Unfortunately, they're no longer being manufactured, so you can't get this slug. But as many of you know, these slugs right here are being designed by Same guy, and they're rebranded now, and they are called the FX Hybrid Slugs. So I'm hoping when the 25 grain hybrid slugs come out that their quality and the performance is very similar. I've shot the 22 grain and they're awesome. If the 25 grain perform like these do, I will be buying them because out of this gun right here, this veteran long 25 caliber, this is the most accurate slug that I've shot. So, you know, when the 25 grain hybrids come out from FX, I am going to jump on the train and try them. I do a lot of shooting, and not for target practice, just, you know, if you need something long range, reliable, that you know is going to expand well, that's it. I just want to take a second and say thank you for watching this video. You know, most of my videos are hunting, shooting, backyard planking, or going to the range. You know, I'm not much of a reviewer, but I did want to share my experience with this rifle. I've been shooting it a lot, and I figured, hey, why not just document some of it and just let everyone know, because there's not a lot of videos on this Taipan veteran long 25. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed the information I gave you. If you got any questions, obviously you can leave a comment. If you liked the video, you know, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe check out some of my other videos. And, you know, until next time, you guys shoot straight and take care.